Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second episode of the day with me, your host, Imperial Dane. A 1 versus 1 here on Semoisky. Yes, indeed, Semoisky, ever lovely Semoisky. We shall be watching MaxKeiser of the Soviet Union of the 14th Mechanized Corps going up against here Stephenn JF and the 4th Panzerdivision. Ja, meine Herren. Quick Infanterie Company startup here from Stephenn. Conscript quickly following up, and looks like MaxKeiser is heading ahead with his combat engineers in an aggressive and brisk pace. Lovely, lovely. Same path the pioneers are taking. Likely both players heading for the closest fuel points, which are no longer, of course, here or in sort of any that kind of direction. It's moving straight ahead in towards the center of the map. Get this point or this point, shortest path towards a fuel point. Of course, this one presents some more challenges due to the high amount of buildings next to it, which actually means if you're the Germans and the Soviets actually decide to rush forward, you can actually be in a bit of trouble. Conversely, towards here, there's only really one building and doesn't quite provide the same kind of coverage of the fuel point there. So in that sense, of course, there are some slightly tricky issues at hand. And that might be my only slight issue with this map, in fact. I should probably mention that, come to think of it, to someone at Relic. Anyways, in fact, he's ignoring the fuel point instead. He's rushing straight for the victory point. Interesting move there from Stephenn. 2 Grenadiers out now from Stephenn of Australia. It's a man who eats CoH2 for breakfast. Something like that. Possibly communists. And there we go. Stephenn actually rushing into the house first. Reconnaissance purposes. Also, of course, ensures they can move up slightly sneaky. Check if there's anyone there and then move on to next targets. 2 conscript squads being lined up here by MaxKeiser. Heading into the village. Only one Grenadier squad there to stop them. MG42 quickly following up there for Stephenn. Grenadiers suffering the fate of being shot at by a horde of angry communists. While the other squad is a bit far away and already there. Fritz went down, though I can't seem to find him. Likely Stephenn will be adding in the other Grenadier squad. Moving up through the cemetery, taking a nice flank position there, although looks like he might already have been predicted here by MaxKeiser. Moving up closer to the right. Protection against such a flanking move. Molotov's up, so pretty aggressive Molotov move there from MaxKeiser. Certainly going to be useful on a map like this. And there we go, Stephenn actually using the ice to move across and selecting the MG42 in that kind of flank. Nice move there. Nice move. Other conscripts moving up, they might go straight for Stephenn's fuel point. Conscripts pinned to the ground, Grenadiers moving in. Fight continues here by the cemetery. And there we go, getting a bit of the resources there, but already MaxKeiser is gaining most of the map. And now taking away Stephenn's precious fuel. And we're actually seeing the 2 Grenadier MG sniper start from Stephenn. Interesting, a bit of an old school move from Company of Heroes. The advantage being, of course, it can do a lot of damage, it can apply a lot of pressure. On the other hand, its weakness is it's having a bit of trouble getting ground, and more importantly, it has a bit of trouble actually defending, and Tony's rather weak to properly executed flanks. So that should be kept in mind. So there we go, Scharfschütze. Bit of skirmishing around going on here. MaxKeiser continuing his baneful ways. And another Molotov. MaxKeiser loves the Molotov. Fighting continues over here. Sniper now applying pressure, and of course MaxKeiser is now aware that Stephenn has a sniper lying in a ditch. The sniper part being the important part, the ditch part less important. Why are you telling... Comrades, why are you telling me he's in a ditch? I don't know! just thought I should report it. In case it turned out to be important. I don't want to get shot later on. Well, you're going to be shot anyways.
We have the sector. Grenadiers. Scharfschütze ready. Yes.
Scharfschütze.
Sniper ready.
Now you've got conscious coming. You might actually get to catch the sniper out in the open, but Sniper making a run for the house. Will he make it? Yes, indeed. Getting into the house, popping out the window, and immediately shooting Yuri in the back. Yuri had not expected this. Oh, well, he had, technically, but that would rather be from one of his comrades in the NKVD. They have both shown interest in the same girl. Or at least they thought she was a girl. There was always that bit of doubt in the back of their heads. And that ends that slight weird story.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Conscripts popping out. Going for there again. Constant aggressive play there from MaxKeiser towards the fuel point and the cutoff point. And again, we do see the problem here with the sort of strategy that Stephenn is going for. Again, it has a hard time covering a solid amount of ground. In particular, once the Grenadiers are gone. So as you can clearly see, I mean, it does suffer from some weaknesses. We also see that MaxKeiser is moving towards the weapon support Campanella.
That's everyone. Grenadiers ready.
Continued aggressive movement.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Light mechanized company, scout car on the way. Also doctrines, lightning war, joint operations, spearhead for MaxKeiser. Guard rifle, oh well, that's pretty much the box standard. Nothing exciting there, MaxKeiser. Nothing exciting. Tisk tisk. Not very Max about you. Certainly nothing Kaiser since you're playing the Russians. Medic bunker up pretty early, and taking no chances in particular with the sniper out, who will definitely benefit from the medic bunker.
Requested units have arrived.
Flanking up with the Grenadiers there. MD-42 coming the flank. Grenadiers for the lighter machine gun gewehr. Opening up. Looks like MaxKeiser about to be setting up for another assault. And the conscripts here suffering an awful lot. Lots of machine gun fire. Shoot at the other guys, not at me. Ever mindful of his comrades, Boris. Ever mindful. What a great team player. Field gun moving ahead.
Sniper reporting.
So already there. MaxKeiser, of course, preparing for something. Vehicular mines going up. Good, MaxKeiser. Good. Although I'm pretty sure Stephenn would be a bit more, bad MaxKeiser. Bad. Pioneer spot, but of course, Stephenn, the good player, is already prepared for mines. Wunderbar. I mean, that's good thinking. You don't wait for the mines to happen, you prepare for the mines. You actually, and of course, there's always a good rule of thumb. Assume your opponent is about as competent, if not better than you, and actually try to sort of work that way out. You're less prone to actually all of a sudden then running into a mine. Sniper moving ahead.
Grenadiers reporting.
Stephenn all of a sudden spinning up pretty far, although we are seeing now some Panzer Grenadiers arriving. Still, MaxKeiser should be careful. This could easily end up in tears if he spreads out a bit too far. In particular with that sniper.
How can we help?
Since he is rather dependent on cover. Just saying.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Panzer Grenadiers stealthily moving across the ice. Less stealthily realizing that ice really doesn't provide any kind of cover. Conscripts immediately opening up. Field gun firing with barrages grenades going into a nearby house, setting up positions, breaking windows. Possibly some other stuff in the process. Holding out that Panzer Grenadiers, though, suffered rather gruesomely to the nearby conscripts, in fact. Not really managing to kill that many. Scout car rolling ahead. Sniper moving up as well. Grenadiers quickly shifting positions once more. Stephenn is definitely on the move. In der Name ist des Vaterlandes. Taking up position in the church. Quick Molotov following up there. Good job, good job. And Sniper continuing doing what he can. Of course, Stephenn is aware that there is a field gun, so he's playing rather cautiously with his scout car. He rather doesn't want it to get hit by the field gun, a concern I can certainly share with him, and I think most German players can. But time to park over to MaxKeiser, who has gone for the shock rifle infantry doctrine. We're seeing shock troops available already. Maxim's prepared as well to take on the fascists. Hoorah!
Soldiers ready.
Panzer Grenadiers once more ready. Going there for the corresponding actually setting up a Grenadier squad, of course, to delay things here. Nice job by Stephenn. Nice, aggressive, bold move. Scout car moving ahead. Needs to be careful. 4-6, Stephenn. And there we go. A bit of a bold move from the MG42 moving into the cemetery, hoping it does not become interred in there. But getting flanked here by a Maxim inside the church. Hoping for guidance from the very Lord himself, Comrade Stalin, to provide a bit slightly better aim. And there we go, shock troopers arriving. They, by the way, been made slightly cheaper since the latest patch. So 5 squads of infantry, already 1 veteran, 2 by the way here for MaxKeiser.
Enemy contact.
And what is this? Mortar hafting out. We know what doctrine he went, so that means spearhead. And already there, a nice incendiary round. In fact, lighting the church ablaze. Is nothing sacred for Stephenn? Clearly not. Then again, this is war, so I suppose that doesn't matter much. But there we go. Pretty aggressive move there with the Granatenwerferwagen. Nice to see that one out. Grenadiers trying to make a move here on the Maxim, but the Maxim catches them by the crossroads. Shock troopers moving in with the PPH 841s. Oh, MG42 might get the veteran 2 conscripts on the retreat. Oh, no. Looks like Boris got away again. Run, Boris! Run! We've got vodka!
We are ready to build a T-gun here.
And pushing ahead, spearheading with the shock troopers, even using half of them to actually man the field gun. That's pretty bold. I think MaxKeiser might be a bit overly excited here, perhaps. Grenade going off, but landing on the wrong side of the cover. Realizing that fragmentation grenades really don't work well against stone walls. They're about waist high. Boris was shocked to learn of this. Nice bit of retreat here from Stephenn. Of course, he's been pushed back. And there we go, popping smoke as well to ensure nothing can shoot at him. Well done there, Stephenn. In fact, he might have delayed with the scout car pulling back before, after the mortar after, in fact, to do this very thing. So that, in that case, very well played there by Stephenn. Very well played. Grenadiers still well left behind, ready to flank the field gun in the ditch.
What do you want?
Mortar after, oh, taking a direct hit there from the field gun to the side. Needs to get behind the house before it's too late. Another grenade and Grenadier squad almost wiped out. Stephenn a bit pressured here. And there we go, field gun sorted out. Actually, Stephenn's got himself a second mortar, and that's quite interesting. And not necessarily a bad idea. I mean, some people seem to only think, you should only get one mortar. I'm not saying you should spam mortars either, but a pair of them, for example, can be quite handy. And certainly the mortar half-stacks in a pair could be extremely handy because you still got something, quite mobile. It doesn't have to worry about setup time. So in that sense, you can easily get a hyper-mobile mortar battery that can relay down a lot of fire when needed. But of course, it also requires a bit of management. Certainly, it's also a bit of resources, but still, there's definitely some potential in this. Definitely some potential. And there we go, MaxKeiser fortifying the village, mining up, good, good, good. Unless you're the German, in which case, of course, bad, bad, bad. Quick reconnaissance move here from Stephenn to get an idea what's going on. Good move there from Stephenn, trying to give an idea what's going on in the enemy space, but of course I suppose also other places. Good job there, Stephenn. That is why you are Stephenn, not Robert. Well, not really, but... So of course now Stephenn's got a good idea of where things are in the village and what his opponent is going to do in terms of buildings. Obviously not an awful bloody lot. No caches either. Scout car advances here, Grenadiers one way, Panzer Grenadiers, another Grenadier squad up here. And there we go, mortar attacks flying away, laying down a dense barrage of grenades on top of the silly enemies' heads. And there we go, really doing a lot of nasty damage there to the conscripts. In fact, we might see a conscript squad get wiped out.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
And there we go, combined mortar and scout car fire wiped it out. Well played there, Stephenn. And of course, what shall MaxKeiser do in the face of this? I mean, he's lacking something that can swiftly hunt down the mortar attacks and wipe them out. He's going to need either a T-34 or a T-70 for such a daring task.
We have lost a machine gun crew.
And there we go, machine gun crew down, mortar to death. Shock troopers versus panzer gunners. The panzer gunners obviously don't stand a chance due to the presence of the body armor.
Do you need something?
MaxKeiser a bit on the back foot now with the increased presence being applied there in the town, in the village, with the 2 mortar half tracks and some grenadiers with light machine guns and other fun goodies. And we are seeing that MaxKeiser is heading for the mechanized armor Campania. I'm not entirely sure that's going to do much against the mortar half tracks and the scout car. In that case, again, something more light and more tanky would do the trick. Let us see what MaxKeiser ends up doing with the mechanized armor Campania. Might be able to, he's able to do something. Might be. In the meanwhile, the mortar half tracks continue to search for prey. In this case, bombarding around this point. So far, the conscripts might be able to escape the zone of fire. Yes, indeed. Mortar half tracks, in fact, might get into a bit of trouble soon enough. And there we go. Mechanized armor company up for Stephenn. Oh, MaxKeiser, not Stephenn, obviously.
What do you have for us?
Already one of them caught an anti-tank grenade. Not really what you want to do when you're a German light vehicle. And there we go, mine actually wiped out most of the Pioneer squad there. Scout car doing a nice job there of covering the flanks and holding back troops. Conscripts here going for the point there, but ultimately managed to render it neutral before escaping the wrath of the Granatenwerferwagens. But Stephenn is a bit of a tight spot, he's barely got any territory left. MaxKeiser is applying pressure everywhere. It's really difficult for Stephenn, and he might want to consider setting up some mines somewhere if possible, but also just getting something to really help him break out. Mortar attacks, while great, are a bit tricky at the moment due to the fact that MaxKeiser is everywhere. And there we go, another grenadier bites the dust.
Conscripts here.
H-85 on the way. No attempt at, say, a IS-2, which you could actually get reasonably well if you held on for just a bit longer.
Contact with the enemy.
Looks like he really wants to put the hurt on the German infantry in a very combustible manner.
Contact! Enemy machine gun! Objective secure.
Stephenn once more being rather aggressively pushed back all across the front line. Bit of trouble there. Infantry moving across the north, and which in fact in a very manner which will make them very vulnerable to the KV-8. And looks like MaxKeiser will be supporting it with the H-85. Not a bad idea. There we go. Panzer Grenadiers in trouble.
We have secured the area.
Serious trouble, in fact.
Fire incoming!
Awaiting command.
Only one man escaping the wrath of the KV-8.
We are bleeding, comrade!
You have mines planted.
Mine's going down there. Good job there. MaxKeiser. Time to pop over to Stephenn again. Getting a Stug now, so the armor support core is up. And Stephenn wants the Sturmgeschütz. Yes. That is the right choice, Stephenn. Stug all the way. Or at least some of the way.
Half track ready.
It is ours.
There we go. Mortaring the point right up here, trying to deal with the shock troopers. Doing so quite nicely. In fact, the shock troopers might want to consider relocating to a place less likely to be filled with shrapnel.
Three ready to deploy. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
There we go, the Stug has arrived.
Half track ready. Give us something to do with our tracks.
In fact, one half tank is already veterans 1. There we go, there we go.
The assault gun standing by.
And what could MaxKeiser be up to up here in the north? SU-5, KV-8, another SU-5 on the move, some nearby infantry. Looks like he might be making a push up here in the north. And in fact, leaving up his area rather wide. In fact, this entire area is completely unguarded. I don't even think he's mined around here.
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours.
There we go, looks like MaxKeiser might be trying a base attack. That is a dangerous idea.
Stuck here.
Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer Strikes, another squad on the way. And there we go, rushing straight into the base of Stephenn. SU-5 opens up here on the nearby bunker. Grenadiers in some serious trouble. Burned alive. Stug, though, is quickly moving in. Of course, there's still the SU-5 here and the unknown moving in. Still, a base rush is a dangerous thing to do in Company of Heroes 2. In particular, with what little forces that MaxKeiser is devoting to this, only a tank, or heavy tank, and some tank destroyers, which could actually be outmaneuvered here in the rather close quarters, in particular with all the buildings blocking line of fire. This could prove very dangerous. Pack moving up as well. Stug going out here in the KV-8. Panzer Grenadier squad down as quickly as it arrived. Looks like also the Grenadiers suffered. Sorry there. Some nasty officers are being inflicted by MaxKeiser. Bunker down. Opening up for infantry support. Another squad of conscripts nearby, but they need to get moving. Pack moving up. Panzer Grenadiers nearby. KV-8 continues to get blasted by the Sturmgeschütz. Stug is swift to retreat. SU-5 moving in. Panzer Grenadiers need to get close, and there we go. Panzer Strike flies. Second one though actually connects. First one less lucky. Infantry moving in. Incendiary barrages going in. Clearly this man is serious. Blowing up another bunker. No mercy. KV-8 moves a bit there too far. And there we go. KV-8 down. No move here against the pack. No move. The conscripts aren't following up. They aren't following up. They're actually staying at range, which is a really bad idea. They should be pushing in here towards the pack and the Panzer Gunners. That ought to be their priority. And also MaxKeiser should have been supporting with his shock troopers. Instead, looks like they're being diverted to a southern assault. Rather than focusing, on just one thing, he's trying to run several things at once. He's not committing everything to the base assault. Yet he's still committing some of his most precious units. He's already lost the KV-8. His two SU-5s are now caught here in a trap. Packs moving closer. Panzer Strikes moving in. This is pretty bad stuff. In particular now that the pack has gotten veterans, too getting a damage increase. And there we go. Second SU-5 lost. An absolutely devastating loss for MaxKeiser. A second KV-8. Why is he getting a second KV-8 now? Of all the times. And there we go. Sunk through the ice. And the scout car got the kill. The scout car got the kill. The scout car killed a KV-8 by sending it through the ice, and then the Stug sent it through the ice. This is madness! Pandemonium! Beware of the ice, my children! It will consume you!
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Pro tip, stay off the ice! In particular, if there's tanks nearby.
You need something. Shoots in here.
Very bad stuff! Very bad!
Still clear.
That's definitely got to be something else. I can imagine the scout car crew before it died was a bit surprised as well. Heinz? Yeah? Did we just sink a KV-8? I think so. We're gonna be heroes! Yeah! Oh shit, the ice is vanishing under us as well! Nine! Shock troopers moving up. Mortar artifacts really don't have much to fear from the shock troopers. I found that to be a great advantage.
Grenadier squad.
Another Grenadier squad moving up. Quickly replacing all the infantry lost there, Stephen. Good move. Also, Stephen might want to consider upgrading his Stug with a machine gun. Fuel cache going up here. Good job, MaxKeiser. And another veterans run mortar attack, the other one close to veteran C2. Stephen, though, still having a trouble getting some map. He needs to move something up and secure ground swiftly. Without remorse. And there we go, shock troopers blown to bits. Very tiny bits. And there goes shock trooper squad wiped out. Clearly MaxKeiser underestimated the might of the mortar half tracks.
Our forces increase.
Meant to support a mechanized assault, so they didn't have to constantly pack up and all that with the mortars. These were made, in this case of course, with the lighter ones for reconnaissance units. Ooh, Grenadiers caught an incendiary barrage. Less than good. Less than good.
Pack crew is ready. Half-track awaiting orders. We are losing a sector. I hope you have orders. It's cold out here.
And pushing up here. Field gun ready to provide support. So are quite fond of using field guns on the defense. Did a lot of damage and broke up a lot of German assault several times using that. In particular, they were fond of saying they're not in flanking positions so they catch the Germans' rear armour. In particular, the Panther had weak rear armour and was thus quite vulnerable to such tactics.
Our territory. Our machine gun turret has been installed.
And there you go, finally machine gun turned up. Mortar continues to fire here, field gun needs to pull away. And looks like someone got killed. Looks like Grenadier squad vanished away. Sounds like they fell prey to a mine somewhere. Oh, could have been here. And now there's 85 up from MaxKeiser. He might want to consider getting an IS-2 instead, but again, with all the resources he just spent on KV-8s, that might be a bit too late, since they do cost quite a bit of fuel. Combat engineers moving across the ice, facing Panzer Grenadiers and the Stug, having less than a great deal of success, and quickly popping smoke once realizes the field gun is nearby. Good job there, Stephenn. And mortar after he's already close to the front. And replacing the support armor core after the first one was blasted up. Good move there. Ooh, Grenadier squad here going down to the conscripts. A rather grim blow to the Wehrmacht.
The territory is out of contact.
And time to pop over to MaxKeiser and time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Stephenn is finally making a comeback, but again that rather only happened due to the fact that MaxKeiser went all in here. Well, sort of went all in. He went all in with his most precious units, but he didn't really support them properly enough, and that rather has given Stephenn quite the opportunity here for a serious comeback, and he's taking every chance to do so with it. And certainly the second KV-8 really also, I think, hampered his chances, and also rather put him solidly out of the reach of an IS-2 anytime soon. Otherwise, I would have recommended him get one as soon as possible and try to take on the fascists with that. His other chance now is basically trying to get another SU-85 as soon as possible, or an SU-76, perhaps two, and that way apply some serious pressure to the Germans. Another field gun might also work nice, and otherwise more infantry. He needs to keep up the pressure, he needs to continue mining as well, he needs to make it as difficult as possible for Stephenn to gain ground, so not just mining about here, but here, basically everywhere. Otherwise he does need to be rather careful. Stephenn is, of course, about breaking up further. It's about perhaps also considering mining himself, keeping his volatile assets, the mortar half-tech and the Stuk, alive, and he might even consider working his way towards a Tiger, since that could definitely help him out quite a bit as well in the long run, I imagine. So there is that, but it's definitely, I mean, Stephenn at the moment does stand with a stronger hand. Question is, can he leverage it properly? And of course, he also needs to be careful he spreads out his troops too far, as again, that does give MaxKeiser some chance to ambush them with Molotovs and do some serious damage. But let us return to the fight. Khan's gives him some deep trouble here. Another squad wiped out. MaxKeiser is suffering heavily. He's also flooding quite a bit of resources. He might want to quickly get some infantry. Something soon. And there we go. Using the Stuks. Smart target ability support with a pack. The SU-85 is all of a sudden very dead. Well played there by Stephenn. Bet 22 for the Sturmgeschütz, adding the ever awesome Schützen on it. Or Schützen. Meant actually originally for only dealing with anti-tank rifles. Anything above that would be rather pure benefit. But there we go, getting a structural squad, another field gun, Panzer is reinforcing. Comfortable headquarters, barely standing.
Field gun standing by.
The situation for MaxKeiser at the moment can so not be described as awfully positive. One would certainly have to be an extreme optimist to declare it that. That does not mean all hope is out. There we go, Molotoving the pack crew, burning them alive in the name of Mother Russia. Looks like he's going for the southern swing up here, going to try and hit to the more under-defended belly of Stephenn's forces. That might work out if properly supported. Those obviously not going to be that straightforward either, in particular with the mortar after catch him again. They have been rather proving to be a bit of an issue for MaxKeiser, and again the lack of armor has rather hindered him in actually hunting them down and ending their wretched existences. Shock troops moving up. Quick rough grenade here, but ultimately doesn't do much. Shot a bit too far. Another SU-85, no surprises there. Bunker up. Stuk advances. Yeah. Shock troopers immediately coming under fire. And of course not just from the Stuk, but the nearby mortars as well. I mean, Stephenn is really putting a lot of great uses out of these mortar half-attacks. And so again, it's actually a quite clever idea of having a pair of them working. I mean, you could in theory do the same with regular mortars, but it certainly won't have quite the same effect as the more mobile ones. Oh, fragmentation bombing run, almost wiping out the veterans and free conscripts. Nasty work right there. Certainly a devious little trick there played by Stephenn. Almost worked off completely as well.
All units are here. Our points have fallen to 300.
Another SU-85.
Capture complete. Yuri, get your head down!
And shock troopers very much on the run.
Yes, comrade? Enemy forces capturing supply sector. Heads up, we're taking fire.
Panzer gunner is advancing. And going here against the field gun. And of course, mortar rounds galore. Panzer gunner is suffering mid hit to the H-85. Looking less good. But Stephenn carries on, also seeing here that he's actually attempted to wire off this bit here, Mr. MaxKeiser, but left open this little gap. How nice of him. Or possibly forgetful of his troops.
Capture our territory.
No, do not worry, comrade. We don't have to wire off this space. The fascists are too dumb to move around. Are you sure, Boris? Yes, I think.
Structure complete. A sector has been cut off. Rifleman ready.
But ammunitions cache up, going to work nicely with the doctrine. Good thing in there, and there we go. Tiger has arrived. A schwerer Panzerabteilung providing them.
We are ready for anything.
And Conscripts making a straight run for the Grenadiers up here.
Grenade!
Another reconnaissance run. Stephenn certainly likes his reconnaissance. Keep off the eyes, keep off the eyes.
Enemy contact! This territory is ours.
Tiger moving ahead, unawares what's right behind, and there we go. SU-85 gets off a nice hit. Mine goes off, damaging the engine. Field guns are nearby. If they could set up, they could really do a lot of damage to the Tiger. Tiger gets another hit. SU-85 down to half health. Tiger, by the way, lost some frontal armor, but also gained some increased rate of fire. Smoke being laid down as well, it seems like. Yes, indeed. Stephenn being absolutely thorough, having, besides the Tiger pop smoke, he's even ordering one of his mortar half tracks to pop additional smoke. Stephenn taking no chances. Stephenn thorough. Good job. Shock troopers in a bit of trouble here. Getting blasted. And just as it gets wiped out, another one gets called in. But that was brutal. That was a slaughter.
The point is ours.
And why is Stephenn sending all of this stuff up here all of a sudden? Going to need that Tiger repaired as soon as possible. Might keep the Stug nearby to support it. A bit closer at least.
We are losing territory.
More smoke. Stephenn again taking no chances. Ensuring that the Tiger is covered at all times. Impressive.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
All trying to remind the road. Good job. Let's go. Watch that he got spotted by some Panzer Grenadiers. I rather get the impression he might be making another assault on the enemy base.
Supplies to the enemy.
I think MaxKeiser might be getting slightly desperate there.
To crush the enemy.
Quickly pulling back his Stug and his mortar half-track to deal with this threat to be delivered at his doorstep.
This land belongs to all of us. Mortar has our sighted. Ready and willing. Taking fire.
And there we go. The assault has commenced. Like the mechanized company suffering the damage. Stug coming under fire. Oh, missed. Tiger almost ready.
Shock troops have arrived.
Oh, he drove around. Looks like MaxKeiser did not consider this. Actually exposing the rear of his SU-85. Oh, looks like Max made a mistake. And there we go, SU-85 down. Stephenn took no chance. He used target weak point.
Vehicles. Enemy tank firing on us.
And there we go, the light to mechanized company is down, but it might be too late. Medic bunker close to death, but not quite.
Troops have been lost.
And the Tiger's now fully ready for war again.
We're under attack! You have a target?
Well, this field gun is suffering a lot of high explosive stuff being lobbed at it.
It is ours.
They've opened up on us!
Though so far none of it is actually hitting, impressively enough.
Orders ready!
Shock troops awaiting deployment.
Now getting an SS-76, I think it's a bit too late for that. MaxKeiser, I think earlier would have been much better. Much better, in fact, would also provide you with some artillery.
Supplies.
Looks like MaxKeiser might be getting a bit desperate.
We're far away! We are ready!
We have it. Units awaiting orders.
Keeping up pressure at the victory points. MaxKeiser soldiers on. Time to have a look at Stephenn again.
Give us something to do if our tracks freeze.
Shock trooper standing by nearby. Ooh, S-37 gets the nastiest surprise of its life. A Tiger tank. There we go, one more hit and that's going to be good night permanently. And there we go, SS-76 stood no chance. Its death has been already been decreed by fate. But several shock trooper squads out here for MaxKeiser, who clearly pushes for the victory point without doing something there. Tiger rushes straight ahead of the shock troopers. No upgrade, by the way, forward. You could do that.
MG support standing by!
Mortar carrier waiting for orders. Granatwerfer ready.
And these mortars have done an absolutely excellent job here against MaxKeiser. Altogether, they probably made about close to 50 kills. That rather counts for something,
Tiger needs orders.
I would argue.
Tiger.
But Stephenn making a nice comeback now. He's gunning himself another sniper now.
Stock ready.
Mercilessly, Stephenn advances. Looks like he's making a move on MaxKeiser's base, which is currently rather unguarded, in fact, so it should be very much possible.
Taking machine gun fire.
Molotov text firing in as well.
Panzer target Tiger reporting enemy kills. Getting better and better.
Quickly targeting the support weapon company first, ensuring no field guns arrive. Fragmentation bombing run as well. Stephenn is clearly not taking anything for granted. And there we go. Support weapon company are gone. Bunker gone. Two veteran, two Molotov tanks up there.
Fight bravely for the Reich. The enemy is down to 200 points.
And there we go. Another bit of the base is down. And there we go. Only the regimental field headquarters is left for MaxKeiser. I'm just going to speed this up. And there we go. Game over. A loss for the 14th Mechanized Corps. A victory for the 4th Panzer Division. Well played by both sides, but MaxKeiser, I think, again, made the catastrophic mistake about here. He should either have committed fully with all his infantry fully in when he cleared out the bunkers one by one, or he shouldn't have done it at all. Instead, he went for the sort of middling ground, which ultimately gave Stephenn a golden opportunity, which MaxKeiser then had a very hard time recovering from, in particular due to the second KV-8. He should have gone instead, I think, for a second IS-2, and he might still then have had a chance of getting back at this. Either that, or should actually have gone straight away instead for the mechanized armor carrier for some tanks, and then tried to hunt down the mortar half-tracks, and certainly they proved to be extremely valuable here for Stephenn. The 2 mortar half-tracks, good use of the Stook, alright use of the infantry, and certainly the Tiger, certainly also at a hand, but really the Stook and the 2 mortar half-tracks really proved quite strong in this match. And again, I mean, that really also highlights again, the idea of basically trying to use something like 2 mortar half-tracks. It can really give you that extra oomph, even if you just have 1 extra mortar firing away at a target. It makes it harder for the target to dodge, for that matter. So something to consider. And of course the smoke usage was also great, and certainly also quite carefully considered by Stephenn. So there you go. Hope you learned something from this match. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why not send me a replay video and provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.